So, today is very exciting for me. I've been waiting on this package from my boy Nate, and I want to make sure that this is all good because I'm kind of elevated because this is a big box. It's a big boy. It's a big boy here, but I have something extra to throw in here as well. So, I have shown him before, and I think I've mentioned him by name before, but the boppers that I use, these magnificent things, these are Mike Tufts boppers. I think it's Tufts, Mike Tufts boppers. He makes these himself. They are absolutely phenomenal. He started out by using a bopper like this. Pretty cheap. You can see that the copper's starting to wear through and I'm starting to get to the lead. It worked okay and it worked fine, but I don't know what magic he infuses these things with, but they work really, really good. And I was on a Jack Crafty live stream talking about how I kind of broke this one. This one's been fantastic, and I plan to get a lot more miles out of it. But this one, let me try to adjust the lighting here just a little bit. I want to make sure you guys get to see all this. On this one, I did that big, where was it? It was that one? Yeah, that big hit right there. You see how it concaved in there? That was a boneheaded hit. That was a dum-dum hit right there. I was wailing on something and I hit the side of this. And what that did was it bent the copper inwards and deformed the glue seal and popped this cap off. So the next time I hit, it flew off. Which wasn't great because I really, 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 really liked this one. This was my big one. And I just kind of did some epoxy work to glue it back in, and it's been holding sort of well enough. I don't think it's got much more life left in it, which is a real big shame because I've been using this one for a little bit longer than I have this one, and this one's been in great shape because I've kept it in good shape, and I didn't make any dumb hits with it. So I was telling people about that and how good it was, and Mike Tufts came in and he was like, "Hey, I'll send you a new one," because he's just that much of a treasure. I tell you what a generous guy. So he sent me a brand spanking new one, and I wanted to unbox it on video for y'all so that you can see the quality of these things, because he makes them himself. He has a couple different sizes. The sizes escape me, but he's got really small sizes and then he's got big sizes. And some of the stuff that I've been seeing on other videos is that he's got these super unique ones. They're really, really, really cool. They're kind of, it's like a hammerstone, but it's copper, so you can like smack with it. It was super neat. It was really, really neat. So he's very good and very skilled in his craft, and he just makes some really nice boppers. I was using a chalcedony flake. See this bad boy all brand new. Oh boy. Oh yeah, she's got weight to her. Toss that box to the side. Grab another chalcedony flake. You can look at it. This stuff was tough. This was like tough stuff. Tough. Oh, using a tough stuff to unbox a Tufts bopper. Say that like 15 times fast. I know I couldn't. Lift that boy up. Oh yeah. Holy moly, is this bigger? Hold on. This might be bigger than the one that I got. Oh, yeah. Well, now that I wasn't expecting. Holy moly. Look at this sign. Oh, I could knock out a groundhog with this thing, I tell you what. Wow. But yeah, look at him. He does all the handle work himself, the lead filling on the copper caps and everything. He does all of that himself. And my goodness, the balance is really good. The ergonomics are really good. You can use them a couple different ways. I've seen people use them where they're kind of holding it like a pencil and they smack. And then also some people who hold it just like a regular bopper and do some whacking. This thing, I'm not even gonna, this is like turbo. This is turbo ultra flaker. I'm gonna do some magnificent overshoots with this bad boy. But check that out. That is clean. So now I kind of have all three sizes. I'm going to support him and buy another one of these once this one inevitably fails, because I was intending on buying a bigger one like this, but I guess the rules were kind of switched around just a little bit early, so that's just fine with me. But my goodness, look at the size of that. Fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. I appreciate it so much, Mike. These get good use, and I will be sure to shout you out anytime that I happen to use them. So now moving on to our package from Nate. So, oh, did I keep the paper? One second. So Nate, there we go. He collects Burlington. So he collects it from construction sites, and he's down in Columbia, Missouri. And I was talking to him, and he wanted to send me some of this to kind of test out, get like a second napper's opinion on it. And I haven't tried Burlington before, and this is heat treated stuff. And he treats it in a super cool way. He does it traditionally. He basically, he gave me kind of a summary of what he does. So he lays the rocks flat in a shallow hole and then covers it up with sand about knuckle deep. He says, you know, sometimes in some of the spots it's likely less. Then he puts charcoal on top of that and then builds a fire on top of that and then lets that cook for about 5 hours. And then after 5 hours, it kind of burns down naturally, and then the coals stay hot for 24 to 36 hours, and it takes about 2 days to cool. So yeah, I am quite stoked. I am quite stoked to check some of this stuff out because, like I said, I haven't tried any of it ever. And from the pictures that he was sending, it looks like some nice stuff. And his request to me, if you send me material, you get to make a request. That's just, you know, another thing that I will happily do in exchange. He's on a paleo kick, so I might try and do some paleo work with this Burlington. But we gotta check it out first. I gotta see what this stuff looks like. Whoa, sorry, didn't mean to bump you. So we packaged it quite well. Got plenty of fire starter right here. Ooh. Whoop. I don't know what that was. Ooh. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Where's my flake? What'd I do with it? There it is. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, never mind. I'll get a new one. It pays to be surrounded by blades. Oh my goodness. This stuff, there's going to be a lot of good stuff in here if he's packing it like this. Either that or I just happen to pick the best thing first. Ooh, his favorite. Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited for this. It's his favorite. Oh, I'm going to be spoiled. He's sending me his good stuff. That's what that means. He was generous enough to send me the stuff that he likes, which I will always tip my hat to that. Ooh. It definitely looks a bit Keokuk-y, but there's gloss to it. Ooh, my impulse control is lacking right now because I want to break into this right away. But I'm going to open it all up so that we can see, and then I might smack it a few times just to kind of get a feel for it. But that's looking good. That's looking really good. I want to make an Adena out of some of this sometime because I have a buddy who found an absolutely gorgeous Adena point, and I'm pretty sure it's made out of this stuff. Is it heat treated? That's up for debate. I want to say it is because of the orange color that it has. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Ooh, that's smooth. Oh, man. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good stuff. I'm trembling in my boots right now. This is a long piece. Someone's gonna want to see me make a long blade out of this. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Is anything written on this one? I don't think so. Ooh, let us see. Ooh, this is different. This is kind of gray compared to the other stuff. I wonder if this is heat treated. I wonder if it's all heat treated. Maybe you might have thrown in some. Oh, this. I love that noise. Hold on. See, maybe thumbnail. I'm gonna grab a thumbnail right now because why not? You got to. Hold on, we gotta get Mike's Bopper in there too. Heck yeah. Okay, got my thumbnail screenshot. We're gonna call that good enough because I want to see what's in here. That's interesting. That's very interesting. One more. There's one more. It's preform? Did he make a preform? This looks preformy. Where am I? There it is. Let's see here. Let's see. Go at it like a rabid mongoose. He packaged it very well, though. I do appreciate that. Yay, my face is a little bit. Nice. This stuff looks a little drier than some of the other stuff. But it's interesting in there. There's like a consistency change. It gets like, it's like dry, and then it kind of goes to a gloss up here. Interesting. Very interesting. Interesting. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, this is loaded. Is anything set on it? Any notes? No? Okay. Let's see. This is gonna be one heck of a burrito. It reminds me of. So you can't eat rock. You can. I just, I don't think it's very advisable. I wouldn't tell you to do that. That might be detrimental to your health. Oh yeah. Those are good size of pieces too. I like these kinds of, like this size of stuff. It doesn't bother me at all. I don't really like big stuff too much. Ooh, that's got pretty gloss to it. Wow. A little quartz pocket makes my brain think that there might be some funny business in some of these, but my goodness. Look at that. Very nice. This stuff looks dry. Yeah, this stuff looks chalky. But then there's like a slight bit of gloss to it. The variability is very interesting to me as well. That turtleback is going to be extremely fun to take care of because I bet I can just shoot over and clean it off. Let's see. Check out a couple others. A nice little preform. Ooh, it gave me a blade of grass. That's going to my secret stash. It's going to my grass stash. Yeah. That white stuff looks pretty. That's so pretty. Wow. This stuff's interesting. This looks like it's dry. Like some of the stuff has that gloss to it, but then some of the stuff is just, it's dry. But it has beautiful fossils in it. I'm curious. I'm quite curious because I've worked with Keokuk. That's also a little bit dry in certain spots, and then I've worked really glossy Keokuk, and I do like the glossy stuff. It makes me grin, makes me giggle. This stuff will make me giggle too, I feel like. Ooh, look at that! Wow. Ugh. Now I am a fan of that. This is looking good so far. Got some stuff there. There's some funny business. Good thing we can deal with funny business. Yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. At least I think it's nice. Are you kidding me? I can't even dream of finding anything like this around where I'm at. Did we look at these? I think we did. Let's get a close-up with this one because this one looks especially pretty. Got my butt with the camera again. Sorry. My goodness. It's gorgeous. It really is. And there's more. I gotta watch out the one. There. Now I won't get bumped into no more. Let's unwrap this burrito. Any words? Any jokes? No? That's okay. Like Cal said, and do not mess around. My word. That's a sharp, sharp, sharp. Oh, I can hear it. Another bag. Another bag. Let's see. Is there anything else underneath here? I don't think there is. That's okay. It's just fine with me. Oh my goodness. Yeah, these are some smaller pieces. I think I see another preform too. See kind of a couple preforms. Woo! That's fun. Yeah, there's a little rough preform. I could mess with that. This looks real nice. That looks especially nice. The gloss on that stuff. Whoo doggy. Yeah, ain't no shot that I'm not breaking into at least just a little bit of this. Nice. Look at this darker piece. That's very interesting. Whoa! Check that crystal out. No, focus on the cool stuff. I know there's more cool stuff back there, but focus on that cool stuff. Look at that. Thing that'd be crazy to preserve, but I think the The laws of reduction will not allow it. That is interesting. I gotta take a look at that closer off camera just because I want to get a good look at it. It looks like there was a fossil, like a good fossil in there. See those stripes? Very nice. I'm just gonna put these back in here. I'm gonna clean this paper out. I don't think there was anything else. I'm just gonna kind of start putting these back in here. Ugh. There we go. It's my Burlington box. Ha! Let's take a look at some of this other stuff. I'm going to go through all of it. I want to see. Ooh, that's going to be a really nice piece too. This is another dry looking piece. Interesting about this piece. This piece wasn't really flaked all too much. That white. That's a beautiful white. It's just lovely. This stuff looks interesting. It's definitely heat treat. That orange is gorgeous too. That is just a gorgeous, gorgeous orange. You can kind of see the interesting layers to it as well. That's sweet. That is sweet, man. Nate, you're spoiling me. Ooh, look at that. Wow, that's interesting. Whoa. That's cool. That looks like risky business though, because it go down. It go down. I'm not gonna let that stop me though. I'm also kind of concerned about some of the weirdness that might be in there, but I'm gonna be precious about that one. I'm gonna make sure that I make something nice with that. Some of these other pieces here. Again, a very interesting piece. Ooh, the gloss on that one. Wow. Oh, this is just superb. I'm gonna set this one to the side because I might try to make something extra nice out of that one. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that one on video. I can only wrangle my skills in so much for videos. Sometimes if I can just not have to worry about my camera, I can do pretty darn good. There's good crack in that one, but I'm not gonna let that slow me down. What is that? Is that in there? That's in there. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Another really good white piece. A little preform. This looks good so far. This looks really, really, really good. But looks can be deceiving, can't they? And I think we need to break into some of this. We absolutely do. Let me see here. What do I want to do? Okay, I'm gonna set that there. I'm gonna get myself situated. Get the camera adjusted because are we good? We grand, we Gucci. I think we are. Sometimes when I have to do camera adjustments like this on the fly, I'm not all too good. Also, I haven't warmed up at all, so this could be mildly atrocious. We will have to see. Come on. Turn for me. There we go. Whoa. Okay. I think that's better. That's usually what we do, right? Maybe it's a little off? I don't know. I just want to break into some cool stuff. Which piece do I want? I should have picked. Oh, that's a big piece. I don't want to do a big piece. I want to save a big piece for when I'm warmed up. This one? Did you do that piece? Yeah? Yeah. Good choice. I agree. That seems like a good one. Seems like a good contender. I feel like I'm a bit off still on my footage, but well, that's going to be great. I feel like it's going to be great. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Chief. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Look at that. It's a blade, brother. This is gonna be nice. Maybe I'll make a buy face. We'll see. We'll see how much I got in me. Like I said, I didn't really warm up or anything, so this could be a bit rough. And I'm used to working obsidian, so I might be a bit wonky with my stonework. I won't say that I'm gonna be perfect, because I definitely don't think that I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be a bit weird, but sometimes you gotta be a bit weird. This is gonna be good. Yes, yes. So I hope y'all's 4th of July went well. Mine went exceptionally well. I set my stuff up. I'm gonna be going to a nap-in here this weekend. That's interesting stuff right there. I feel like that's me not being warmed up properly. I'm gonna be going to a nap-in, my first one ever here. And I'm a little nervous, I won't lie. I'm excited, I'm super duper excited, but also I'm nervous. Never been to one. It's gonna be the Hairy Mosquito nap-in. It's up in Minnesota. That's about all I know. I have there's like a link that I could find that I could probably post in the description of the video, but I'm planning on going to that one. This stuff's just lovely. Look at how cooperative it is. Shouldn't have said that. Now it knows. It's like, oh, you're enjoying yourself? You're having a great time? Well, what if I throw every known obstacle that I can produce in your direction? And I'd say, well, that's just unnecessary. You don't need to do that. You'd be like, well, what if I want to? Well, don't. I want to make some pretty stuff with it. Which I undoubtedly will be able to do, absolutely. But yeah, get to go to that first nap-in. A bit nervous. But I think it'll be fun. That's a different consistency. Ooh, that's a smell. There's a smell again. I was reading the comments of the other video. I was told it was sulfur. I was like, interesting. I've never smelled sulfur in that way before. I've never smelt it come out of a rock. It's weird. That's for sure. Threw me off, but I just caught a whiff of it here. I was smacking this stuff. Yeah, this stuff's lovely. It really is. I mean, like, ooh, them's a strong. Heck yeah. Some strong rock. Ooh, come on, see? It knows it's strong. It was like, yeah, I'm strong. You can't even flake me. And I say wrong. Ooh, that would have been nice, darn it. Let's see what I did wrong, though. Happens, I can still fix that. But yeah, 4th of July went well. I think I sat down from 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Made points all day for the little cousins and stuff. Made a dinosaur claw. One of my cousins was especially happy that he got. I was like, no problem. Made that out of some, what I thought was mahogany obsidian, but it ended up being a little bit of like a mild triple flow. So it had a couple sections of clarity to it. And that was sick. That was cool. Let's see here. Yep. Dang it. I'm slipping. These are all, a lot of this should be going a bit better. Like I said, not used to rock, didn't warm up. So this is kind of all on me right now. But this stuff is working pretty darn all right, I'd say. It's definitely close to a Kia cuck. Keep giving myself some steps there. I need to take care of that. It's also gotten very hot here. Ooh, duh. That didn't do nothing that I needed. Yeah, there we go. Woo! Dropping it. What is this, amateur hour? Sheesh, get this guy out of here. Dropping stuff. He's never napped before. Just gotta get that lump out of there. I did that to myself, didn't I? Just taking care of some of it. Yeah, I'm sure this would work. I should have abraded that. Why didn't I do that? I thought about it right before I hit it. Little brain worm was like, hey, you should have braided that. I was like, nah. Smack. And the likely outcome was the outcome. Oh! Darn it. Tried to do something fancy. Didn't work. Let's see here. It's also been a hot minute since I've used heat-treated stone. I did remember liking it. I know most folks tend to not. I think it was just because it was easy for me. And I wasn't that good yet. By easy, I mean it flaked easier, which I liked because I was working a lot of glass and obsidian at the time. I mean, I've done stuff with that flint ridge, which is also just 10 different shades of magnificent, I tell you. Yeah, you can get good flakes off of that. Heck yeah. Here I gotta trim that up just a little bit. And this is some of the drier stuff. I can just kind of tell and see. I'm gonna take care of this some way, somehow, and I don't want to overshoot into it too much, so I'm gonna try and be smart. Well, I'd like to go just a little bit further than that, but if that's what I'm going to get, that's what I'm going to get. It's a little bit better. Let's see here. Kind of gave myself a weird bit of a lump up here as well. Which it is what it is, but still. There. Clean a good bit of that up. Yeah. It's coming back to me slowly. Still got some thick spots I'm gonna need to take care of. This one? I don't know about this one. That worked okay. I'll take it. We'll take it. Nice. I don't know in the Native American context if they heat treated this Burlington. I'm assuming they did. I feel like I said, I've seen points that are made from this stuff that's been heat treated because of the orange. There's also this stone that's like really, really pretty. It's like purple, and sometimes it's pink. I really want to know what that stuff is because I'll have to find pictures of it at some point. Because I have like an artifact that's made from it, and the only reason I recognized it as an artifact when I was first kind of starting out was because I'd seen other artifacts made out of it. I recognized it. And then, of course, that area did happen to be a campsite, so, you know, woohoo, lucky me. That's a beauty. Yeah, these flakes hold together nicely. Very nicely. Very nice, very nice. Gentle stuff there. Oh, dang it. I was hoping I'd go just a bit further. You stinker. How could you? Pranked me. Straight up pranked me. Unreal. It's okay, I got it with that one. I need to... I've also worn a dang hole in my pants from doing all this napping. I have a spot on my pants where my wrist constantly hits due to my indirect. And they were like $90 pants. They're supposed to be tough. Well, I tell you what, only had them for like a couple months and the dang things have worn through on me. I've had to patch a hole in them or just like stitch the opening closed, and even then I'm gonna have to do it again. Or like, kind of like I was saying, get a patch, like patch it. I need to abrade that. I'm not gonna make the same mistake again. My braider screamed at me. It's like, don't do it. Don't do it. Wait. Braid it first. Then you will have success. Yeah. I've also been working on my pressure flakers just a bit. The flies have found me. I have my fan on. If they start biting me, I'm gonna lose it. Especially this guy right here. He's gonna... I missed him. Take that as a warning. It's all fun until the flies start coming out. I tell you what. We talk about things that ruin my day. Flies. These dang flies, I tell you. Rubbing their little hands together. Scheming. That was a good one. I'll show you schemes. Don't. See it? It's flying towards me. I'm going to start having to hit pretty hard because I'm really trying to thin this out a good bit. I don't think I'm quite in an ideal position to thin, but I'm going to start doing it anyways because... Whoop! I pulled away from that strike. You got to be just a little bit reckless when you nap. Did I kill that fly? I thought I killed it with my little thing just by smacking it. I was like, that was some ninja stuff. That was American Ninja Warrior. They don't do napping on American Ninja Warrior. Give him some rocks and tell him to nap some, like, quartzite. There's your challenge. Giving myself some steps here. I'm also kind of just making a mess of the edge in some spots. I gotta clean them up. Kind of, sort of. Trying to be careful. Oh, let's see. We'll say for a heat treat, it's pretty tough. Or at least in my opinion. I've had some really brittle heat treat. Like just really, really, really brittle. And this stuff, not too bad. I will say. Absolutely reasonable. Is that platform? Oh, stinker. I was trying to connect it over. Bugger. Definitely thins a bit weird. Just in my opinion, it does. And that glossy stuff might be just a smidge better. At least in my experience, the glossy stuff does tend to be a bit better. I know it's not universal, but in regards to this stuff, I feel pretty confident saying that that's probably going to be the case. Because like I said, I feel like I'd liken this to some Keokuk. Some good old-fashioned Keokuk. That was a bad one. I knew that was going to be a step fracture. I shouldn't have done that. Darn it. I feel like I'm a bit disoriented as well. Like something in my setup just ain't quite right. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because I was used to napping in the outdoors like I was before. Now that I'm inside, things are just kind of weird again. But it even withstands up to the abrasion pretty darn okay as well, I will say. Okay, what do we got to do here? That was a terrible hit. That was awful. Yuck. It did terrible things too. Let's try this. Getting to the weird thin stage. Come on, mate. Am I liking where I'm at? I don't know. This here, the weirdness here. Phone screen's full of dust. The weirdness in here with all this thickness. Not a fan of that. And it's weird too because it's hard for me to really get much of, like, you know how I'm able to like tap the obsidian edge and clean it up a little bit? I'm having a hard time doing that with this. So that's a bit different than what I'm used to. But maybe I'm just used to working obsidian, which is easy, and not this stuff, which is like actually a bit of a challenge. Because like I get weird, like I get super thin and then I get real fat spots on the edge. I'm sure some other seasoned nappers are like, yeah, you're supposed to use those, you Barney. What are you doing? Just like, relax. This is my rock. Nate sent it to me. He gave me permission to destroy it, pretty much. I'll nap it how I nap it. Straight? How am I doing here? Got a little bit of a curve to that rod. I'm gonna give her a couple straightening whacks there. Yikes. That didn't. Okay, let's see here. Nice. Very nice. Could have been a bit better on that one. Yeah, these flies are driving me nuts. Ooh, that's scary. Ay, darn it. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to clean that whole thing up. See if I can fix it. Oh, dang it. Even the real scoop territory here. Real scoop territory. Okay, I took care of it. Kind of blew up a little bit of the edge there, but I really gotta thin that out. I really gotta... Darn it, what do you mean that didn't go anywhere? I set it up for success. I gotta get out my pressure flaker and work this edge down a bit more now. I also gotta clean up whatever the heck I don't know what was going on down here. I don't know. I genuinely got no idea what I was trying to do. It's just that thin edge stuff that gets me. I'm not as good with that on stone as I am with obsidian, so I tend to switch back and forth between my tools a little bit. And it works fine. I can still manage. It's just, you know, for some people, they see me do that and they go, geez, I'm having to switch back and forth between tools every time. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not to that point yet, where I despise switching tools. I dove a little bit. I really need to take care of that. Ooh, I should braid that. I'm curious if there's like a knot or something in there. That could be issues. Well, not issues enough to slow me down. I'm gonna have to start turning my fan speed up. Keep them flies at bay. Don't worry, they won't win. I have technology. Hey, don't do that. It's misbehaving a little bit and here near the tip. I wonder if it's got some heat damage to it. Yeah, it's behaving just a little bit weird. It's okay. I say we're pretty darn close to me being happy with this preform. Dang it, what the heck was that? Why didn't that do nothing? You're supposed to do something like that. That lump is really bothering me. Way more than it should. I don't want it there. Yeah, got it. Light cleaning. That could have been a whole lot better if I'm being honest with myself. It's okay, that crossed over. A lot of this I'm just going to be able to kind of clean up the pressure flaking. How am I doing for time? 44 minutes? Yeah, I was kind of hoping to mess with some of that glossy stuff, but to tell you the truth, this would probably be what you got. There's still just a little bit. That bugger. This is what Elmer Fudd must have felt like. That dang rabbit. Except it's that dang step fracture, I tell you. It gives a guy grief. But did it go all the way? Did it? Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought so. Felt like it at least. Yeah, I'll be able to mess with this a little bit more. Get some pressure flaking down in there and stuff, but I made a little preform. Nothing too crazy. Hold on, I never measure these things. I feel bad. I should get out. I should measure. It's like 2 3/4, 1 3/8 inch wide. Not bad. Yeah. Yeah. This dry stuff is not the worst. Like I said, reminds me of Keokuk a good bit. Except it's a little quirky. Just a little bit. No translucency, but that's okay. Let's get another thumbnail shot in here, because I think we're probably gonna call her. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's great, I'd say. Yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate it, Nate. I'm gonna make some good stuff out of that. Let's see what I can do. See what I can mess around with. Produce something nice. Yeah. A little preform. And also, Mike, I do appreciate the bopper. That's fantastic. Nibco. Very nice. Yeah, this bad boy. I could use this for some big dogs. Yes, I could. Yeah. Cool. Well, I appreciate the packages, guys. Yeah, we'll see what we can make with some of this stuff. Should be a good time, I think. Yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.